And just like that, we're back.
A16, turn me up.
Welcome into episode 276 of the Views from Section 400 podcast. Today is June 24th, 2026. And Jack, the long-lasting national nightmare, maybe statual nightmare, depending on how you look at it. The nightmare's over. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been traded. He is on the Miami Heat.
Who is this a nightmare for? Like him? He just wanted out of Milwaukee?
Him, Bucks fans, Celtics fans, Heat fans, people chronically online.
Well, Heat fans are most definitely happy about how this all went down. I mean, they had, I'll say, they gave up, a decent compensation. Like, it's nothing that people have been getting for superstars in the NBA lately. But I can also understand he's a little older. He's not past his prime. You're still going to get a couple prime years out of him. Him and Bam in Miami. I mean, they've got to be so happy down there in South Beach.
Yeah, I want to do some winners and losers of this trade, but I do want to talk about the Heat now because they did. It depends kind of how you look at it. Because Tyler Hero, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparas Jarkunis, I think I got his name right. I think that's the guy on the Heat. It's the old Illinois guy, right? The white guard, Ginger, that they traded.
I don't know. I figured you would come in with the details, Bri.
I should have asked our guy, Tennis Steve. He's been, I'm sure he's on cloud nine the last 2 days since it's been announced.
I know the highlights of the trade were Hero and 2 first-round picks.
Hero, 2 future first-round picks. They get the 13 this year. So 3 first rounds total. A pick swap, a second-rounder, Kel'el Ware, Jarkunis, Hero, and Jaquez. So, it is a big haul relative to what you thought you could get for Giannis. Maybe not so big, but where the Bucks are, where they kind of got to tear this down and restart, it is a good amount for them. But it's also, if you're a Heat fan, to be like, well, we still have Bam. But then if you're a Heat fan, you look at who's on the roster right now. You have Davion Mitchell, War Eagle. You have Norman Powell, who's a free agent, but all the assumptions are he's going to come back. Andrew Wiggins, of course, Giannis and Bam. And then your bench is Drew Smith, Pele Larson, Nikola Jovic, and Bobby Portis. That's your team.
It's thin.
It's very thin. And they'll get the number 10 and number 13 pick tonight as we're recording this. So that'll help even it out. And then I'm sure Alex or Giannis Antetokounmpo will be the 12th man.
Yeah, thin asses. Look, again, you're happy if you're the Heat. This is what you wanted. You wanted the superstar. But I also think if you're Milwaukee, this isn't the end of the world. If Giannis wasn't happy there, you guys weren't going to win another championship with him. You got one. You should be happy enough with that. I mean, think back to that year. It was Giannis and a bunch of bums. And I know Chris Middleton was great that year. I know Bobby Portis, the guy we're talking about, he put in good minutes in that finals. Brooke Lopez, but Drew Holiday, but like that was never going to happen again, at least not in the Giannis tenure. So I think, you get a haul, some stuff to rebuild with. Best of both worlds.
Yeah, Tyler Hero gets to come home to Milwaukee. I'm sure he's happy. Gets to leave South Beach to go to his childhood city.
I'm sure he was really happy, about that. Oh, I finally got out, and now you got to go back. I expect him to get traded, maybe to the Warriors or something like that. Steph Curry needs his Klay Thompson back.
Jaquez, Ware, and Jarkunis are probably young enough where you hold on to them and just see what happens. Hero, definitely, it feels like you can send him to a contender and at least get another maybe first-round pick.
Maybe a first-round pick. I'm trying to think of some young studs on the Warriors. I really can't.
They don't have any.
I'm really only seeing Steph Curry, Pods, and Jimmy Butler. I know I'm forgetting some other.
Still got
Some other-
Draymond running around.
I mean, you can't consider him in trade. He would rather retire than get traded. You know how that works.
Yeah, I don't know. They could definitely find a suitor for Tyler Hero. It's more focusing on the Heat now. It feels like this was what the team would have looked like if LeBron didn't come to South Beach and it was Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh with a bunch of decent role players, which they're a playoff contender. But Pat Riley definitely needs to do something. And who knows, maybe in this good draft, he'll trade number 10 and number 13 and try to get a third star.
No disrespect to Wade and Bosh, but Giannis and Bam, that's better than Wade and Bosh. Yes? No? I think it's pretty clearly going to give this one to Giannis and Bam, Mr. MVP and Mr. 80 points or whatever the hell it was.
83. Giannis is. I love Dwayne Wade, but yeah, Giannis is the best player out of those four. But I'd give it to Wade and Bosh over Bam. So yes, I agree with you, but I think it's pretty even. I don't think it's clearly Giannis and Bam.
I do.
That's fine.
No disrespect to the legends. I do. And I think this is a very bright day for Miami. And like you're saying, they get picks 10 and 13 tonight?
Yep.
So there you go. You got to find yourself at least one really good ball dominant guard. Or it doesn't have to be ball dominant. Just some good guards, That's it. Make it happen. Make it work.
Would it be crazy if they went ahead and traded 10 and 13 to the Wizards for Trae Young after he just signed that max contract?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
I think the Wizards would do it, though.
I think they would, too. That's why I'm saying it's crazy. Like that, I would keep 10 and 13 over Trae Young. And I think
you can win a championship with Trae Young, Giannis, and Bam.
I'm not going to say that sounds like a better option than who can 10 and 13 potentially be? I mean, I'm so
Yaxel and Kingston Flemings.
If they can get Yaxel with one of those picks, I mean, that's huge for them. A contend now kind of player. And I mean, that would be huge. I would definitely be saving those picks.
Yeah, actually, now that I say that, I think I'm agreeing with you. If they can grab Yaxel and like a Flemings probably doesn't drop that far, but there's a lot of good guards they can grab.
There are a lot of good guards.
All right, yeah. I'm with you. Who knows? Maybe they can get Braden Burries and Yaxel, and then this team might be a title contender next year.
That's definitely at 10 and 13. I think that's definitely possible. Also, are we sure Yaxel is still there at 10? I mean,
yes, yeah. His age will have him drop.
I get the age, but there's no other, I guess, win now teams at the top. I mean, there probably shouldn't be, but you know how the NBA draft goes.
No, and we might as well talk a little draft in here too, because it is tonight as we're recording this. But you have the top four guys with Darren, AJ, Caleb Wilson, and Cam Boozer. And then from 5 to 8, you're going to have some version of the kid from Louisville, Brown, Darius Acuff, Keaton Wagler. And then Adai Mara is probably going to go 9. So right at 10.
The big kid from Michigan?
Yep. So Yaxel will be there. Maybe someone reaches for Yaxel over like a Mara. But
I'm looking at the teams above. I mean, I'm looking at teams that can win now. Are you sure? No, it looks like no. The Heat gave the 10 pick to the Bucks.
Oh, so they swapped. So they only have the 13.
So they only have 13.
Oh, well, I hate that trade a little more now.
Yeah, especially when the Thunder are at 12. The Warriors are at 11. I mean, those are two teams I feel like would absolutely want him in a win now type situation.
Maybe it's not as I really thought they had 10 and 13. Now I'm feeling less giddy about the Heat.
Shout out Josh Giddey.
Do we want to shout him out? What is
All
the state
right.
of journalism where I'm looking at this art? Oh, here we go.
3
Yeah.
first-round picks.
Including number 13, 1 pick swap, and 1 second-round pick. The Heat are sending to Milwaukee unprotected first-rounders in 2031, 2023, along with pick number 13. So they're – huh? I miss Woj, dude. Shum sucks. I'm out on Shums. What is this? It says you're getting number 13, and then the Heat are sending number 13. Okay. Well, the Bucks still have 10. I'm sorry for steering you wrong. Give me a winner and a loser of this trade, Jack.
Winner, Miami. I mean, just to get the superstar that you've wanted since LeBron, quite honestly. I mean, I know they had some runs with Jimmy Buckets, and shout out Jimmy Buckets for bringing them to relevancy. But, like, this team was a little bit of something with him. Definitely an underdog. Never really had the championship foresight, even though they made it to a chip. But now, you know, without him, it's been dog days. I know Bam has been trying to do good, Tyler Hero, but, like, that's not been enough. Everyone knew that wasn't enough. Now you get the superstar. You know, it's good days, sunny beaches in South Beach. So they're definitely the winner here. And, I mean, everyone from Miami, the city, the fans, the owner are going to make a fuck ton of money from the jersey sales. I mean, everyone's thrilled about this. I'm sure Bam is happy. He's going to be contending again.
Big week for Miami. Big week for Southern Florida. Giannis, Brady Kachuk.
Mm-hmm.
The vibes of the Tartan Army invading. Fun week. All right, what's your loser of the trade?
I mean, pretty much everyone that has to go to Milwaukee.
Hero gets to go home.
He doesn't want to go home, Brian. I can't speak for Tyler Hero, but I can almost guarantee you he did not want to go home.
Maybe. Well, my winner is going to be Malik Willis. Because now, even if he plays a little bit like shit this season, once it gets to September, October, all eyes are on the Miami Heat and Giannis and Bam. Little less pressure on the new quarterback for the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's really fair. The Dolphins really got bailed out. I mean, they're not that they really had anything going for them, but, you know, new coach, Tua's out, Waddle's out, you know, Tyreek's a free agent. I mean, everything in Miami and for the Dolphins went to crap last year. So while they're going to try and establish the rebuild this year, it's good that that the Florida Panthers got some help and Brady Kachuk reuniting the brothers. That'll be pretty dope. Gonna be really excited to watch that. Go Panthers. And then Giannis down in South Beach. That's gonna be very, very good distractions for that, you know, football team.
Over under 18,000 people in attendance by week 4 for the Dolphins.
Under.
I think I'd take the under too.
Under. Yeah, I mean, until it cools off a little bit, it's just going to be too hot. People aren't going to, you know, you're going to be watching your football team get killed week in and week out at home, which there's not much of a worse feeling than that. And then on top of that, you're going to be doing it while your butt sticks to the seat and, like, honestly fries your skin because it's 100 degrees down there in South Beach. Or what is it? It's Fort Lauderdale. It's the Hard Rock.
You think Giannis's family is going to like Miami? I guess Greece gets kind of hot.
Greece gets very hot.
Okay, so they're used to it.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to be used to the weather, that's for sure. Milwaukee was definitely cold for him. I mean, Yeah, if you're gonna either pick like Florida or Milwaukee for which state is more like Greece, it's definitely gonna be Florida 10 times out of 10.
All right, so they'll like Florida.
And it's also probably I say this not being that well versed in what I'm about to talk about, but I'm pretty sure Miami is like one of the more international places in the United States. So that alone might make him feel a little more at home. He'll like it. I don't know why you wouldn't like South Florida. A lot more distractions though. I'll give you that. There's gonna be a lot more distractions down there versus up in Milwaukee.
Giannis doesn't feel like one to get distracted.
Nah, he's got a good thing going.
He'll be fine. My loser of this trade is Joe Mazzulla. He's got to deal with Jaylen Brown and Tatum yelling at each other like little brother, big brother. Dude, Brown's got to be so mad. His name was in the headlines like all week for this trade.
Yeah, I was texting some friends. Actually, you might have been in that chat, but I was saying like I think the funniest part about this whole Giannis thing is the fact that Jaylen Brown has to stay on the Celtics now and just basically tuck tail, come back, and everyone has to be like, hey, we didn't want to trade you. We wanted you back, and, has to go back to work with Tatum, and that's the last thing any of them want. So I think that's hilarious, and as a Celtics hater, for no good reason, they're always a good team, and I like hating on the winners. So the Patriots, kind of.
It's Boston.
Yeah.
Don't like Boston.
Well, I do like the Sox, though, so there's that.
They were lovable losers for so long, so they're a little more easy to root for. Maybe Jaylen Brown and Brandon Ayuk just form a pickleball team.
Brandon Ayuk will be back. I fully believe another team will take a shot on him, and he will play. I don't think the 49ers will welcome him back ever. But
they don't have to.
What do you mean?
They could just let him rot on their injured reserve list.
I get that, but you could probably get a team to send you a second-round pick for him.
I think if there was something like that, it would already happen.
I don't know. I wouldn't put it. I don't think we've seen the last of Brandon Ayuk. That's all I'm saying.
He also just posted an Instagram video saying "Go Commanders," so I think he's kind of made it clear.
I've seen that too. I feel like it's been over like a full year that he's been like, "Yo, the Commanders are dope. Shout out Jaden Daniels, that's my guy," and like wants to be there and just let it happen. Why not? They need a receiver.
They do.
That would be good for the NFL. Dare I say, that would be good for the NFL.
Probably would be. Brandon Ayuk just got to show up.
I think he would, man. I think he would if he gets to work with him, and I do think Dan Quinn is a good. He's still the head coach over there, right?
Yep.
I do think that he has a good enough leash, in a locker room. I feel like. I mean, obviously, after what happened in Atlanta, he needed to get out. But then he went to Dallas and did really well as their defensive coordinator. I do think that he's got a shot, man, to like keep Ayuk in the building and not doing crazy stuff. He's got a shot.
I agree with that. Who would you be more if you were a teammate of Jaylen Brown on the Celtics or Brandon Ayuk on the 49ers, who would you hate to see more?
Ayuk. Yeah, I saw Kittle talking about him the other day, and he was like not happy about Brandon Ayuk. He was like, "Look, guy's an awesome football player, but like, he quits on the team. Like, no, like he's not effing with Ayuk anymore. Like, they're not boys anymore. Versus, I think, a lot of people might have some animosity towards Jaylen Brown, but at the end of the day, like, still going to play together. You're still going to make it work. Like, you won a championship together not that long ago. Like, get over yourselves kind of thing. Like I feel like Joe Mazzulla can bring them back together versus there's nothing you can do to bring Ayuk back to the Niners.
I'm pretty sure Kittle's direct quote was, "Yeah, I don't know. If I got paid $130 million by a team, I'd be pretty upset too." Just like, has no idea what's going on in his mind.
Yeah, no, he definitely did say something along those lines. Like, paid him a lot of money to be here and be a great football player, and he's just not doing that. So, yeah, he was pretty upset.
Okay, we don't have to talk about Brandon Ayuk anymore. I feel like it'll work out eventually. I do agree with you, though. If he goes to the Commanders, it's good for the NFL. Probably not so good for my Giants, but we'll deal with that at a later point.
Your Giants don't need to worry about this season.
They do a bit. They need to get to 7 wins. If they can get to 7 wins, it's a successful season.
You don't even want to get to 500?
When we did our schedule prediction, I think they finished with the Lions and the Cowboys and the Eagles. If they can be 500 before that stretch, then they'll lose the last 3.
That's fair.
All right. Any other NBA news? Oh, Julius Randle has a new home.
Yes. Julius Randle, new home. Hopefully he still has his old home. He's going back to the Big Apple.
Sure hope so.
I mean, although I'm sure he can get a nice place in Brooklyn, which is a little bit more convenient considering he'll be playing over there.
He's got to be so mad. He was on the Knicks, gets traded, goes to the Timberwolves, gets close, and now he's in purgatory.
I'm going to be honest, I can probably find a better example, but he's like Kirk Cousins, bro. Like, getting paid way too much money throughout his career for the level of production and, results that he's gotten. Like, don't get me wrong. At some points, Randall has had great seasons, putting up, like, good averages, can score the bucket. He's a big dude. He can get some rebounds. I'm not going to say he's a great passer, but he can move the ball around and get some assists. Like, he's had good numbers and good seasons, but he's just never produced when it matters. And just like Kirk Cousins, I feel like they've just robbed their leagues of millions.
I kind of agree with you, but I think you're underrating Randall in your mind because of how much you hate Kirk Cousins. In my mind, they're pretty similar, but you hate Kirk Cousins. Randall's not as bad as you believe Kirk Cousins is in your brain.
When it matters, yeah, he is. He is that bad.
I feel like he's had some pretty good playoff numbers.
No, he failed the Lakers. He failed the Knicks. He failed the Timberwolves. And maybe I am being a little harsh.
That run with the Knicks, he wasn't great. 24-25 with the Timberwolves, he was good. Averaged 21 in those playoffs in 15 games. Last year with the Wolves wasn't great. So, yeah, one good playoffs. Which I guess is more than Kirk's had.
Yeah, you're not going to get me there with Kirk.
Randall is weird to me because I can definitely see your angle if he's just going to put up the stats in the regular season and be happy with it. But I do think he wants to win. He's always played in big markets. He's always.
I'm not gonna say he doesn't want to win. I'm definitely not going that far. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm like getting in his head and all that. But at the same time, he's not doing anything to help his team win when it matters. Like, I know you just shared those playoff averages, but like, I would love to see the crunch time numbers. When you go look at those Jalen Brunson crunch time numbers, they're insane. Like, the Julius Randles are probably the complete opposite end of the spectrum.
I think he's got to be a third option on a team. Like, he's not a top 2 option, but that's what he was on the. Maybe he was 2 on the Wolves.
He was 2 on the Wolves after Ant. I mean, they had a lot of other really good role players. McDaniels. I really didn't. I really didn't. Yeah, I really didn't want to say Rudy either because you know how I feel about Rudy, but he's good at what he does. And but no, as far as scoring the basketball, I think it's pretty fair to say Randall was the number 2 last year.
DiVincenzo almost got to that point. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I just kind of feel bad for Randall.
Oh, I mean, he's got to go play in Brooklyn now. I mean, it's a fine place now, but at the same time, they're not a great basketball team.
So they have the 6th pick in the draft. They could land a Darius Acuff, although they have like 20 guards on that. 20 guards on that roster. But Acuff would be fun for them.
What is the Nets starting lineup right now?
Michael Porter Jr.'s there. They'll have Randall, Igor Denham, who they drafted out of BYU. Danny Wolf will probably start next year. Noah Clowney.
Cheney.
Is Cheney still there?
He's it says that. Yeah, he's on the roster.
Good for Cheney.
It doesn't look like he's on a contract, but he showed up on the ESPN roster.
Yeah, I mean their team's not good, but
yeah, I mean Danny Wolf has a chance to be a good player. I also think Sharp could be a decent center.
You add Acuff to that. You have Acuff, Michael Porter Jr., Randall, Danny Wolf, Igor Denham. It's not bad. Maybe they can win 20 games.
I'm gonna honestly say Acuff would be pretty awesome for them because you need a guy. You need a guy who can go out there and go score the basketball if you're them. Again, Randall is not. He can't be the 1 or 2.
No. Well, he could be the 3 with Acuff and Porter there. If they hang on to Porter, they might want to move that contract too.
Yeah, I don't see him staying, quite honestly.
They have to do something big. They can't just get Randall after the team across the borough just won the title. They have to make an impact.
They could go make a move for Jaylen Brown.
That'd be interesting. Trade Porter for Brown.
Yeah, the Celtics are not doing that straight up.
I don't know. Give him a future first-round pick.
No. I honestly don't think they probably don't have the capital. I would just have to guess. They just do not have the capital to make a trade for Jaylen Brown.
No.
Maybe they have enough first-round picks, but I would highly doubt it.
Between the big 3 of Garnett, Paul, and who else did they have? Who did they bring in?
Are you talking about that first?
The first big 3, yeah. Oh, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and who was the third?
Was it? It wasn't Ray or Rondo, was it?
I don't think so.
I mean, obviously the second one was KD, Kyrie, and Harden, but
yeah, but between that one and the first one, I feel like they're out of first-round picks. Jason Terry.
Bro, Jason Terry was a bum. What?
Didn't he dunk on LeBron once? He had some big play on LeBron and stared him down.
Are you serious right now?
I think so.
Brian, this was LeBron on Jason Terry.
Oh, am I misremembering that?
That's like the most vicious dunk I've ever seen. Yeah, LeBron James got sky high and put his nuts in Jason Terry's face. And then Jason Terry was down on the ground and he landed and he stared him down. It was one of LeBron's iconic moments. This against the Celtics in the playoffs. Heat LeBron. I mean,
maybe I'm thinking of Terry on the Mavs doing something to LeBron. They had history, but yeah, I did misremember that highlight. Sorry, LeBron.
Oh my gosh, dude, that is iconic. I mean, that's up there with the LeBron Wade, that picture with the outstretched arms. That's.
You think Giannis and Bam recreate that picture?
I don't know, man. Everybody be recreating that picture nowadays. It's kind of funny.
I could definitely see them trying. Well, either way, LeBron, I'm sorry for misremembering one of your iconic moments.
Dude, go back and watch that. Honestly, I kind of want to make you pause this so you can go do that right now. But
I'll do it after the show.
Yeah, okay, we'll do it after the show.
Will, maybe if you can, without us getting copyright strike, throw the video right here so everyone can watch how dumb I sound. All right. Any other NBA? You want to try to predict who goes first in the draft tonight? Yeah. Okay. I remember that now.
Watch the video. Who goes first? I mean, I just keep thinking it's the Bansa. I mean, I can understand if the Wizards want to go in another direction, like for their team, but at the same time, I still think that the Bansa would be the best for their team. Yeah, and I trust his mentality at this point. Everything that I've seen from the interviews and from what past coaches and people are saying, not that I'm like one of these NBA like draft insiders or the FBI that does these background checks on these kids before they get drafted, but from everything that I've heard and seen, especially out of his own mouth, he just seems like a very calm, cool, collected kid, like almost like a Wemby in a sense, where he's got a good head on his shoulders. And obviously Wemby's a little feisty, but I like that stuff. So yeah, I think the Bansa is who I would go, and I'm not going to put down anybody else, but I don't think it's necessarily close. Like, I think Caleb Wilson is an awesome prospect. I think he could probably be the second best. I'm clearly missing the hype on Peterson, because I don't get it how you could have Peterson over those two. I'm also I'm pretty borderline with Boozer just because I do see the ceiling to Boozer's play and overall potential, but I'm also not going to sit here and say he's got no shot to be an NBA first teamer. I mean, he just dominated. I said that every week, and when he was playing last year in Duke, he just kept on dominating week in and week out. So I do think that's kind of like a 3-4 right there for me.
That's fair.
Can you please, one, obviously tell me how you feel about that, but then two, please help me understand the Peterson hype.
It's so hard to explain because it truly is this kid didn't play, but when he played, not only at Kansas, but when he played at high school, he was so good. And you can see the big easy comparison with how he moves on the court has been Kobe Bryant. And I don't really see that, but I can see why people compare them. It just so much when he started at Kansas before the creatine stuff started, you could see him just blow by guys and have explosiveness and get to the rim and finish there. And the whole second half of the year at Kansas, when he played, he was just taking jumpers. And he was making the jumpers because he's a great shooter too. But if he's not going to be an explosive guy to the rim anymore, and how do we know he's not? Then he's not worth the number one pick when Debansa can just play bully ball and get you 25 a game, which he's probably going to do in the NBA. So Debansa is definitely the correct pick. It's not going to be a Greg Oden, Tim Duncan situation, but it could be 6 years down the line. Darren Peterson's Damian Lillard and AJ Debansa's Paul George. And I think you'd rather have Damian Lillard.
I mean, if you're going to pick those two players specifically, then yeah, I'm going to go with Dame. Just because I'm just imagining their highlights and all the times I've seen Dame hit a game winner over Paul George. But
and yeah, I guess that was a tough two to give out. But
yeah, how about like a young Russell Westbrook for Peterson? Is that another fair comp like Dame?
No,
or does he shoots better like Dame? But I thought you were talking about the explosiveness and the athleticism.
Darren Peterson, what he was projected to be before this creatine stuff and him taking himself out of games, he could shoot it like Dame and get to the rim like Kyrie. That's why there's so much hype around him and why these people think he's going to be a generational talent. But the whole part of his game that was like Kyrie, we haven't seen in a year.
He can still shoot it though, like Lillard.
Oh, he was one of the best shooters in college basketball. Yeah. And that's going to translate.
Of course. All right.
But my overarching point was even if you miss on getting Peterson, who might be a Dame Lillard, you're still going to get a very, very good player, all-star, all-pro, all-NBA candidate with AJ Dybantsa. So it's not like you're going to be kicking yourself. You might have just missed a little bit on your ceiling.
So it's like a Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson.
Sure. Yeah, it's exactly like that.
All right, then go Peterson because he's got the ceiling. That's limitless, like Trayvon. And we're finally seeing that to come into fruition, like you're saying. Like, you know, it takes a couple of years, but there you go. I mean, it's double-digit sacks back.
So now you're a Darren Peterson guy.
Yeah, just like that. Start comparing him to Trayvon Walker. He's got my bid.
I really think if you're in the top 7 in this draft, you really can't go wrong. Now, I don't like Mikael Brown out of Louisville. I hate calling kids a bust, but I don't think he's going to be very good. But down the line, the top 4 could all be all NBA guys. I think Braden Burns is going to be a very good player. Mara's going to be a good player.
Yeah,
Yaxel will probably be a good player.
that's 7 right there.
This is a very good draft.
Plus the Louisville guy.
Did I say Acuff? Acuff's going to be a great player. All Calipari guards are very good in the NBA.
So that's 8 plus Louisville guy.
There you go. But the correct pick in my brain is Dybantsa for the Wizards. That's the NBA. The Wizards are going to take like Cam Boozer first and just shock us all.
No, they're not.
The other thing I haven't agreed with throughout the draft process is people saying Cam Boozer has the highest floor out of all these prospects. I think that's Dybantsa, and that's why you draft him first overall. Cam Boozer has a high floor, but Dybantsa is going to be a 20 points per game scorer in the NBA.
Yeah, I think Dybantsa has proven that he has the highest floor. I do.
Shout out BYU.
I mean, again, Boozer he was a beast last year, and I think he's gonna be very good in the NBA, but I guess I'm down him again. Like I said, I said I would stop doubting this man, but yeah, I just don't think that he has the ceiling that, and to me, it's about ceiling, especially if you're picking a top tier guy like this. Like, you need him to come in and be a difference maker in your franchise, right? You're not here to take safe picks. I genuinely believe Dybantsa, Peterson, and definitely Wilson too. They all have higher ceilings than what Boozer can be. Unless Boozer's got another growth spurt in his back pocket.
I agree with you there. Wilson's interesting because we didn't see much of him either, kind of like Peterson, but
like we did and we didn't. That's the thing, is we did see enough of him. We just didn't get to see him at the very end of the season when like everyone was locked in on college basketball and the tournament's happening, the ACC tournament and, March Madness, the dance and all that. So I think that's kind of why people are – but when he was playing for UNC, he was fire.
It's one of the 3 teams to beat Duke.
Yeah, I mean, great point. He was him. Like, and I think he showed it in that game that you're referencing, that he is better, can be better, for an NBA team than Boozer.
It's crazy because we saw Dybantsa, and I got to get that in my brain. I'm pretty sure it's soft A. Dybantsa and Darren Peterson play against each other, and we also saw Boozer and Caleb Wilson play against each other. And it feels like both guys that beat the other guy are going to get drafted a slot below the guy they beat.
I mean, it's just the way it works sometimes.
Just the way it works. Let's talk some World Cup here.
Hold on. Before we move off of NBA and basketball talk, last thing on it, how do you feel about Dusty May going from Michigan to the Dallas Mavericks?
I like the landing spot for him, especially with what he's been able to do. I sent you that tweet about how his career trajectory completely changed because Nick Boyd made that layup against Memphis in the first round of March Madness.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy to just look back and be like, wow. If there's a guy that can do it in the NBA, May definitely lands in more of the Brad Stevens camp than he does like the Fred Hoiberg and John Calipari. So I have faith in him there. It's just the track record with these coaches moving up is not good. But for the last 3 years, May has shown he can he knows what guys to bring in. He knows how to build a culture and knows how to win. It's kind of what you need as a basketball coach.
Yeah. I mean, I would trust him at this point. Like you're saying, I mean, you don't love to see, a guy who just one step, like he's there for just a little bit, has to move on, moves on. You want to see some of that loyalty, but at the same time, you really can't blame him. If you look from FAU to Michigan to the freaking NBA, I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. You got to take those opportunities when they're presented to you. And there's a reason why those opportunities were presented to him. To your point, he's just been doing it everywhere he goes. And I think he's got a shot to do it here. And I think it's really awesome that he gets to come in with Cooper Flagg already there. It's going to be, I think he's going to have a successful tenure. I do.
He's going to have Cooper Flagg, Kyrie Irving, and the 9th pick in this draft. 9th pick in this draft. So he's going to have a big 3 right away.
We were just saying, we like 8 of those guys a lot, plus the Louisville guy. He's 9. So hopefully they're not stuck with him at 9. But yeah, they have options. And, Flagg is versatile. You can put him really anywhere, have him guard the 1 or have him guard the 5. I truly believe that, especially, maybe not this first rookie season that we just saw, but I do think even in year 2 right now, he's going to be able to guard 1 through 5, kind of like we saw LeBron do throughout the majority of his career. You got Kyrie. It leaves a lot of options with where you can go with this 9th pick. I think that they're in a great spot, see who can fall to you and take the best player out there. Like you're saying, establish that big 3.
There's one guy I trust to coach Cooper Flagg. It's the guy that just got the most out of Yaxel and got the most out of Janelle Davis and Elijah Martin in that same position. And now he gets to do it with the best player he's had ever to coach.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that is the one, I guess the one thing you can say against Dusty May is that, the dude had an absolutely loaded roster last year. There's no way he was going to lose. So, yeah, I mean, if that's the success you want to look at that brings him to, this team now. But, hey, the NBA is changing. You can definitely recruit some of these top guys nowadays. Giannis just got recruited to Miami. Maybe Dusty May can bring some folks along to Dallas.
Oh, I'm sure he can. And Arizona is also going to have 3 guys go in the first round tonight, like Michigan. And Dusty May killed that team. So there's still, you can have talent, but you got to know how to coach it too. And at FAU, I know those players turned into studs. Nick Boyd just almost led the country in scoring last year for Wisconsin, but they were FAU, and he led them to the Final Four. This is a good coach. Mm-hmm. What I'm really hoping the next domino now is that guy over in Tuscaloosa gets an interview to move up to Ann Arbor, get him out of the SEC.
I hate him.
Me too.
I hate him. Honestly, I hope he goes to the NBA. Do I? No, he doesn't deserve that. He does not deserve that. I hope he gets in trouble for. No, I can't say that.
Will Wade will get in trouble before he does. We don't have to worry about Will Wade. That man's going to be behind bars soon for what he's doing to college sports.
Yeah, college sports is getting turned upside down. I really don't want to get into that conversation.
We don't have to. I will say Nato had spent some time up north in Buffalo for a while, so he knows his way around up there if Ann Arbor wants to give him a call. All right, let's finish out with some World Cup here.
I mean, can I just, what did you mean by that? Buffalo and Ann Arbor, New York and Michigan. I know they're both north, but
same kind of upstate, snowy, sports crazed towns.
All right. You know what? I'm not doing this today. What were you going to next?
The U.S. men's national team won again. Australia fans are mad, and I'm mad I didn't bet on a free man to score a goal on Juneteenth.
It's teed up. Should have realized it was going to happen. But no, another phenomenal game from U.S. soccer. Won the group. I mean, it's just, look, I have never cared about soccer this much. I do remember a couple times getting real rah-rah for the women's national team because they are worth their salt and have won championships. more in the past than recently. The more
They'll get
recent,
back there. Trinity Rodman will get them one.
yeah, no, and it's also the players, right? You gotta want to root for the players, and the Tobin Heaths and Alex Morgans of the world. I was definitely rooting for them, but this new age is not my favorite. I digress. I am extremely happy for this men's national team and how good they're playing. Won the group. I know we still got another game against Turkey on Thursday at freaking 10 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's up with that? I mean, the West Coast, these lucky people out on the West Coast. Whatever. Yeah, no, we're gonna win the group and then move on to the next round. And I couldn't be more impressed with what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah, same amount of wins in Lumen Field as the Arizona Cardinals since 2020. The U.S. men's national team and the Arizona Cardinals.
Since 2020?
This decade.
Wait,
Same amount of wins.
Lumen is not their field.
It's the Seahawks field.
Right, okay. I mean, that's understandable. I mean, if the Colts haven't won in Trevor Bank in a decade. It happens. These rivalries happen.
I'm still stuck on Trevor Bank. That's never going to die, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to call. I mean, technically, the new stadium that they're building is called the Stadium of the Future. So it just, I wonder what bank is going to come in after that and take the naming rights. Probably going to be Everbank again.
Emirates? No, what's the Bank of London?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Well, either way, U.S. men's national team, Mauricio Pochettino, easily the best coach we ever had. The U.S. is actually playing football for the first time ever. We're still going to call it soccer, but it's magical, the kind of soccer they're playing right now. I don't want him to leave. He's going to leave, but I don't want him to leave because it's looked so good. And
go coach like a club team.
Yeah, he'll get a job in the Prem after this. My thing with the final, you're seeing a lot of casual fans come out of the woodwork, which is good. Very good to see because obviously we're hosting the World Cup. We want everyone behind us in the World Cup. Christian Pulisic needs to play against Turkey. I don't care that it doesn't count. So before the game against Senegal, which he scored in, the tune-up game, he had 24 games between AC Milan and the U.S. men's national team where he didn't score a goal. He wasn't exactly in the best form coming into this World Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked great in the 45 minutes he played against Paraguay, but I want to see him play at least 30 minutes against Turkey and look good again. It's not good to sit for 3 weeks between games when your form wasn't exactly great. Now, you can go sit Jedi, sit Tyler Adams, sit all the guys on the yellow card so they don't get suspended for the next game, but relax on just completely sitting Christian Pulisic. He needs to play a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's also like we've won the group. Can we save him for the knockout round? I mean, we do need him. We do need him healthy, and health has been the concern here. His own whatever he's got going on right now. But then also, like, you don't think a country like Turkey, like one of their players, wants to take a chunk out of him? You know what I mean? For in a game that means nothing to us. And I don't want to be soft and sit all of our starters in a week 18 game right here. But we need him for the knockout round. Is it worth doing that? Get him a little bit of run, 15 minutes maybe? Sure, but I don't want to see him get hit, Bry.
I see that angle, and maybe you bring him on towards the end of the game if it's either in hand for Turkey or in hand for the U.S. to get him those 15 minutes. I just want to see him play a game again for a little bit. So it's not just 3-4 weeks of training leading up to a knockout round, which the intensity is going to be crazy. If he needs to play the full 90 minutes of every knockout stage for the U.S. to have any chance. And if he hasn't played in 4 weeks heading into that game, I don't know if he's going to be able to play 90 good minutes.
We might not need him in the first
Don't say that. You never know.
Oh, of course not. Oh, I would love to have him for every minute of every game, Brian. All I'm saying is being realistic. There's a shot that we don't need him for this first knockout game. based on who we're potentially playing. But after that, we will need him, to your point, for all 90 minutes plus extra time of every single one of the games. So, yes, I want him healthy, though. You know what I mean? We need him healthy.
It's the whole rest versus rust debate. And again, we're never going to come to a conclusion here. But if it's Bosnia, I think Bosnia is better than Australia and Paraguay. And you kind of need Pulisic for that game. They beat Italy. They got to the World Cup because they beat Italy. And I know Italy's down, but it's Italy.
I've been watching a little bit of Bosnia. They've been impressing a little bit, but I don't think we need him against them.
We'll see what Pochettino decides to do. Everyone else, I don't care. Get Haji Wright in there for Balogun. Balogun's done enough. I want to see Haji Wright. He almost scored against Australia. I'm rooting for him. He's a fun player. He just led Coventry City to the Premier League out of the Championship this last year. So he'll get some Premier League games next year.
Yeah, I mean, this is just the perfect opportunity to listen to your players, listen to your bodies, play what you want to play, don't do anything crazy, and gear up for the knockout round.
Yeah,
We've earned that. We've earned that to be able to say we don't need to play these guys, especially like you were saying, the guys on the yellows or guys that are a little banged up right now. We've earned that right to not have to play them in this next game and to, revamp and recharge and go attack the knockout round, Brian. Like we've been saying, we haven't been this excited for U.S. men's soccer in a very long time. Like, let's give it our all. No stupid hammy pulls for important players in a game that doesn't mean nothing.
You've heard my frustration / hatred towards Christian Roldan and why he's on this World Cup roster. This is the perfect time for him to play 90 minutes and just run cardio and be bad at soccer. He has a strained hamstring. Speaking of strained hamstrings, he's not going to be available to just soak up minutes and time to let the guys rest against Turkey.
He can't even do his job.
It's
literally his job is to soak up those minutes.
I hate him, but when the U.S. beats Turkey or Bosnia or Qatar, whoever they play in the first knockout round, it'll be the first time ever that the U.S. men's national team's won 3 games in a World Cup. It's pretty incredible. Just goes to show you how shit we've been at soccer for so long.
Look, and don't take it. I don't expect us to roll over and lose to Turkey. I expect us to go out and dominate Turkey. I do. Like, I'm talking another 4-1, 5-1 performance. So,
depending on who Pochettino plays, Turkey hasn't. They didn't. This is their first World Cup in 24 years, I believe. They really want to win a game. If Pochettino rolls out the MLS All-Stars, we're not going to win.
I don't know, Brian. You got to trust that crest we got.
I don't.
You got to trust that flag.
I don't trust Roldan. I don't trust Miles Robinson. I don't really trust Sebastian. Although Sebastian Berhalter put in some good minutes against Australia. He was important. He's probably the best of the MLS bunch.
Have faith.
I'll have a little faith. Once I see the starting 11. As long as Haji Wright's in there, I'll have some faith.
We'll be all right.
All right. Other World Cup, I wrote Norway row is awesome.
The Norway row was awesome. Holland is a beast.
Holland has the aura that Cristiano Ronaldo thinks he has in this World Cup.
He has the aura that, well, actually, no, they have different kind of aura. No, Holland's like a really funny guy. Like he's like a jokester, but he's also just so good. And then there's Ronaldo, who's like the opposite. He's very serious and like putting on faces and shit. They're very different.
Yeah, he did the Ronaldo I'm talking about now. Did the I'm back, like the Cam Newton, I'm back into the camera after he scored his second goal against Uzbekistan today.
Yeah.
Uzbekistan, bro.
I know.
Relax.
It's like, congrats. You got a couple today. I think he finished with 3, right?
2. He almost had a third, and the defender made a great play to poke it off the line.
Okay, but they still won, what, 5?
5-0.
5-0, yeah. So, yeah, no, they looked pretty good today after not impressing in their opener. But they're a good team. Messi has been speechless. I mean, just incredible. It's amazing, and I mean, those are kind of the guys to watch. I would say those three and Mbappe are probably the four that are probably the biggest stars in the game in the World Cup.
Oh yeah. So Messi, of course, just broke the World Cup goal record, and the first one I saw a bunch of people on social media saying he purposely missed the penalty kick to make fun of Pinaldo, and then he scored 2 real goals. And that second goal he had in like the 95th minute, I was watching on the TV, and Rose was like reading her book or doing something on the couch. I went visibly like crazy. She's like, "What happened?" I go, "Messi's 38." I mean, it's just insane. And of course, she watches the replay and she goes, "Oh my gosh, yeah, that is insane."
Yeah. No, he has been insane. It's been so awesome to watch. Some of his goals, some of Mbappe's goals, Holland. I mean, these guys, they're the stars for the reason, man. I mean, they've just, like they're must-watch games. When their teams are on, they're must-watch.
Mbappe, Messi's record unfortunately isn't going to stand for that long after he tried so long to break the World Cup goals record, because Mbappe's at 16, just 2 behind Messi right now.
Yeah, I mean, it helps that his entire team is insane.
Yeah, he's been to 3 World Cups. In the first 2, he was in the final.
Yeah, so many more games. Well, not yet, but just a lot of games.
And 16 goals in 16 games is pretty impressive either way.
Very.
It makes you think how Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi couldn't do much with PSG, but only 1 ball, I guess. Just like how basketball teams, there's only 1 ball.
Mm-hmm.
Other World Cup. Oh, yeah, we forgot one guy, Yamin Lamar. I think I just cooked up his name. Lamine Yamal. Scored a goal. He scored a goal at 18 years, 11 months old, and he was wearing number 19. Messi scored a goal in the World Cup at 18 years, 11 months old when he was wearing 19.
What are you trying to say here?
He might be the next Messi.
The Mex Nessie?
The next Messi.
What up, Nessie? Yeah, no, that's cool. That is very cool. History tends to repeat itself, eh?
Canada hasn't been doing so hot in the World Cup. Also, speaking of which, Canada, I haven't seen any fun videos out of Canada. Like I've seen the South Korean.
Canada sucks.
Like South Koreans partying with Mexico people. They got ducks with jerseys on in Mexico. U.S., of course, has the Freddie LA7 guy going everywhere. And the Norwegians partying, the Tartan Army. Nothing out of Canada.
Yeah, because Canada sucks. Because in Canada, you can get in trouble for saying things that are mean or whatever on social media. Like, you can literally get arrested for those kinds of things.
They not like us.
Never will be.
Other notes I've had about the World Cup, Ecuador and Turkey have had 101 combined shots, 0 goals scored.
Wow. I mean, spray and pray, eh?
Yeah, and I think I called Ecuador a dark horse in our World Cup preview. So let's just redact that from the record.
It's act like that never happened.
Also, did you see DoorDash tagging T-Pain in a bunch of tweets?
No, but I did see about 15 different David Beckham commercials.
So that's for McDonald's.
No. 15 different commercials, different brands featuring David Beckham. Like, This man must be making millions with all this airtime right now. I see his face on everything. And I wish I had a full list just prepped for you. I'm actually going to pull that up right now. But Heineken, some he's outside in the yard doing some yard work. Maybe it's like Stanley. I don't even know what it is. Hold on. Give me one moment, please.
Yeah, I've seen the McDonald's ones with him and the beer commercial you're talking about. He was kind of the first guy in this age of old people going to the MLS and making a name for themselves. And he had a name already in America before he made the move to MLS, but he's really just taking advantage of that American media money.
19 million euros with a string of ads. Am I gonna get?
I think his wife is also part of the royal family or some kind of royalty. Victoria Beckham.
McDonald's, Stella Artois, Adidas,
Stella Artois is the one I've seen a lot with him at the bar. I didn't think
Bank
It's
of
McDonald's.
America, Lay's potato chips, Home Depot. That's what I was thinking of. It says McDonald's, Stella Artois, Adidas again. Oh my gosh. Net worth of over $1 billion when combined with his wife. Wow.
Yeah, Victoria Beckham's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, this dude he's got Pepsi, I mean, Verizon. It's crazy.
Binge ads like Beckham. All right. DoorDash was tagging T-Pain in tweets saying, you like that one?
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
DoorDash was tagging T-Pain, trying to tag Tim Payne, I believe his name is, on New Zealand, because he was balling out for New Zealand, and they kept tagging T-Pain, the musical artist, and T-Pain was not having any of it. He kept replying saying, I don't play soccer. Stop tagging me. I don't understand why you keep tagging me. And DoorDash kept doing it. I think they were just enjoying pissing him off.
Yeah, they were probably just trolling him.
And, they were getting a billion, like, impressions on there, too. So T-Pain just has to get the notification every time.
Oh, it's good work by the social media manager for DoorDash.
Really is. Also good work by, well, not social media managers, but people trying to fix their reputation. Did you watch any of golf?
I listened in to some of the results. Yeah, I heard Wyndham Clark won it.
He did, and people were egregiously. I've never seen the kind of behavior on a golf course that Wyndham Clark was receiving on that Sunday. There was one point where it wasn't a drive. He tried to approach the green, and it hit the green and just started rolling off the back of the green. And visibly, people were like cheering. It's a crowd roar for the ball the further it got from the flag.
I'm surprised no one tried to kick it.
I'm honestly surprised too. There were boos. We had people on his tee shots yelling, "Get in the bunker." It was some crazy behavior from the New York golf fans.
Wow. I mean, look, Shinnecock Hills, it's in New York. You're going to get some of those Long Island folks to, come out there and let you get an earful. It's kind of par for the course, as they say. So, yeah, got to deal with it, especially when you're as unliked as him. I know he was the one who did that damage to the locker room. What was that, like last year or something like that he caught a lot of heat for? And
the sacred locker room that is Oakmont Country Club.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I know people were like really upset with him for damaging the locker room and basically just not being very formal and etiquette-esque as golf is. So yeah, a lot of people hate him. And then this was the U.S. Open, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and then you got a Brit coming in and winning the U.S. Open. Like, yeah,
he's American.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. You would think he's a Brit the way he conducts himself.
His name's Wyndham.
Mm-hmm. I think that's also the issue. He has a name like Wyndham. Like if he was
you tell me some American parents named their kid Wyndham?
Well, he was born to be a prick golfer. He really puts the cock in Shinnecock.
Sheesh.
It was also.
I'll never complain for a basic ass name like Jack again. It could have been worse. I could have been named Wyndham.
Could have been named La Quinta.
What's wrong with La Quinta?
You'd rather be La Quinta than Wyndham?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least they give you free breakfast.
Yeah, hell yeah, they do. And I could just be like, yo, it's LeQuint. Like my boy LeQuint Allen.
Yeah, that's immediately what I went to.
Duval. All right, I'm done.
All right, we will see you guys on Tuesday. I don't think might be our only recording of the week.
It is Tuesday. No, it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday for the people.
It's Wednesday for the folks.
We'll see if we'll do another show this week, but probably another week till our next show.
If you want another show this week, drop it in the comments. Let us know, and we'll get back to you. Peace.
2 to 4 business days.